Hey everyone, Tom here from Tech Nexus, and thanks for joining me on a new week of videos. So I've ignored Plant3D for a couple of weeks now, so I thought it'd be best to jump back into a little bit of Plant and sort of trying to have a discussion about how you would utilize Revit within a Plant project. So let's say that someone somewhere has decided that the cable trays are going to be done in Revit, and then we need to incorporate them with Plant3D somehow. So we have a couple ways of doing that, but to kick off the Revit project, the way I see it is that we would need to link in the plant file into Revit. Now Revit can read a CAD file, it can also read a Navisworks file. And what I've got here on the screen is just a Revit model that I've done with the standard out-of-the-box mechanical template. Nothing newer has changed here, but if we go up to the Insert tab, we've got a link CAD file, and I can link in my AutoCAD files. So when we do change this view to the 3D view, you can see here we've got that slab that is this slab represented here in Navisworks from Plant3D, and we'll do the same for the structural models. And we've got the north, south, and the east-west racks here. I could also bring in so if we go to the add-ins tab, I could bring in the advanced steel file here as well, just to give me a starting point. So you do have a couple options there. You could also, if we go to the Insert tab, we could link in a coordination model, so an NWD or an NWC, to sort of get your location of where you need to start. What we have here is the CAD file. You can't get an IFC out of Plant. You get the IFC out of Advanced Steel, I guess, if you really wanted to, but ultimately you've got the Advanced Steel section here to import it. So there are a couple of ways for you to do things in here as well. Now, in regards to the levels, the out-of-the-box ones are 0 and 4000. So for this exercise, we can keep those if you really wanted to. You can throw another level in there as well, and I'm going to put another level. So I've got one here at 4000, which is the lower level of my pipe rack. I'm going to throw another one at 6 meters here. So we just go to the level and I place it at 2 meters above level 4000. Okay, so level 2 is at 6000, level 1 is at 4. And this is where I'm going to place my my cable tray. And I'm also going to throw another level in here, because when I come down to this rack, I'm going to drop down to another level. So we're going to just come in here and place another one at 1000. Okay, so I'm going to change this to be plus 6000 pipe rack, plus 5000 pipe rack, and we're going to make this one plus 4000 pipe rack. So the whole idea of this exercise is to show that we're going to run a pipe rack on the 6000 level and come over and then drop down to the 5000 level. And if I close that out, and you can see in my 3D view, I've got my pipe racks there. And what I'm going to need to do is switch over to the systems and place a cable tray, and I'm going to switch to top view for this. And when I do place a cable tray, and let's make it a wide one, let's go 600 by 100 deep, and we're going to place it at the top level of the rack. Now I haven't brought the piping in, so what I wanted to do, I wanted to actually see or show you what is going to happen when I do place it in there without having the pipe, because I want to force a clash. Okay, so then we can see what's going to happen inside Navisworks. So that's put it on the pipe rack, but it's lifted it up. There we go. So if I switch over to the side view, then we've got it on 6000, but it is a little bit low here, so it should be, do we want to stick a 50 above? That should be right. So there's our pipe rack there. And what I'm going to do is do another pipe rack. So we've gone down from 6. And I want to stick another one on level 5 here. And then just going to throw another cable tray. So level 5,000. Offset, let's make it 0. Okay. And switch to the 3D, orientate it around, and let's see where it sits on the rack. Does it look good? We just need to lift that up a little bit. So let's go 100. There we go. So this is the beginning of our model. I'm not going to get into too much detail now, just in regards to the fittings and everything else, but I just wanted to show what's going to happen when we bring that in. Now, if we were to bring all of this into Navisworks now, we're going to get all of these links in here too. So for now, I'm just going to unload them, and then we're left with the model, and I'm going to click Save and stick it on my projects, so related files, and go Revit Mechanical. You can obviously name it whatever you want. Go back to Navisworks, and I'm going to append this into my overall master. And we'll just let that load. And because we have unloaded the other AutoCAD files, we're not going to get double ups in here. We don't want double ups. Obviously, it just visually just doesn't look right. And then even for Clash, we might get accidental sort of double ups in here. So you can see, even visibly, I can see that there's a clash, which is good because this is what I wanted to demonstrate and to show everyone on this video, that we are going to pick up a clash there. So that's today's video. So it's as an overview, we've brought our plant model into Revit to sort of geographically place our Revit model where it's going to align with the Plant3D model, and then using Navisworks, we've brought in that Revit model to show the cable tray, and then we're eventually going to clash things as we go through the week. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, but please do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to get daily notifications of all of my videos, and I will see you tomorrow for some more Navisworks, Revit, and Clash. See you later.